DraftKings, Week 5. Need I say more? Let's get right into it. Welcome back, DraftKings fans. Everybody that watches Mod Life videos, welcome back. I am Veggie. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Let's get right into the lineup for Week 5, Sunday, noon, and 3:05 games. Starting off with the quarterback position of the week. This is my favorite pick of the week for the quarterback. You want value? We got it right here. CJ Stroud versus the Atlanta Falcons. I also have a Houston Texan as the wide receiver in this lineup. We'll get to that in a little bit. But CJ Stroud has been putting up over 20 fantasy numbers points per game this season, averages 20.6 for four weeks through the season. CJ Stroud, that's all we can ask for a fantasy quarterback. Going up against $6,000 versus, I believe the top-rated quarterback was Patrick Mahomes, $8,000 something. $6,000. You can't ask for much more than that for $6,000 out of a 20-point-per-game quarterback. Welcome CJ Stroud to the lineup this week. You are our starting quarterback. There's a lot of different ones I could have picked. CJ Stroud stood out to me the most. Hopefully he proves me right. Onto the running back positions. This is where it gets a little dicey. I do have Isaiah Pacheco, who I love. The Vikings are not going to be able to stop the Chiefs. Let me say it again. The Vikings are not going to be able to stop the Chiefs. They're going to have to match them. But then how are the Chiefs going to get points? Starting with Pacheco. Starts in the trenches. It's going to be the Vikings D-line versus the Chiefs O-line. Pacheco's going to find a few holes, probably a few touchdowns. Looking at 2 touchdowns from Pacheco this week, putting up 20-plus fantasy points, just what we're looking for. Jahmyr Gibbs, on the other hand, going up against the Carolina Panthers, who have had a rough go so far this year for the Carolina Panthers. Not if you're the Chicago Bears, though, because you hold that pick from Carolina. Don't forget now that Carolina traded that pick with the Chicago Bears, so the Bears currently hold the first and the second overall pick in this year's NFL draft. Don't forget that, Chicago Bears fans. I'm not forgetting it. But they go up against the Detroit Lions, who it's kind of a easily one-sided matchup here. I don't really see Carolina beating them. They might match them with a couple points. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably going to get some touches in garbage time. He might even get some touches in real time. Regardless, he makes a lineup this week. Only 9.7 fantasy points per game for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's unfortunate because David Montgomery is the number one guy for that team. But I see Jahmyr Gibbs taking a step forward this week against a not-so-good football team. $5,900 for Gibbs, $5,700 for Pacheco, $5,800 average for running back slots. 1, 2, 3 wide receiver positions as follows. Nico Collins. CJ Stroud and Nico Collins, we got the stack. Nico Collins, man, how many points again per game? 22.2. If you're into angel numbers, 222. Nico Collins, that's your guy. He's been CJ Stroud's go-to guy this year for the wideout position. Why not put him in the lineup Week 5 against the Atlanta Falcons, who have a lot to prove? The Houston Texans have a lot to prove this week, too, because they just came off a big win against, honestly, the second-best team in that division right now in the AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So even though they've only won that one game, Nico Collins and CJ Stroud aren't slowing down. He's got that C in his chest. They got a lot to prove. I like Nico Collins putting up some points this week against the Atlanta Falcons, who don't have the greatest secondary, but they do match up okay. Adam Thielen's at that wide receiver 2 position. Like I said, the Carolina Panthers are going to have to match the Detroit Lions offense scoring-wise. How are they going to do that? They don't really have the best running game. Miles Sanders is okay, but he's not great. Adam Thielen's been the go-to guy. What does he average? 18.3 fantasy points per game through 14 weeks, Adam Thielen? I thought you were like 45, putting up great numbers. Not 45, 30-ish. Love you, man. Come back to the Vikings, please. 13.8 fantasy points per game. That's awesome. We love to see that. Welcome to our team, Adam Thielen, for Week 5. This is my favorite pick of the week. My goodness. Buddy Prell, if you are watching this right now, please give me this guy for cheap in our Dynasty League. Marvin Mims Jr. Going up against the New York Jets, which is the only thing I hate about this pick. Besides that, I love this pick. Marvin Mims has played 15 snaps per game for the Denver Broncos, and he leads them in receiving yards. It's actually insane. I don't know why Sean Payton doesn't play him more, nonetheless pay him more. I mean, he is a rookie, so you can't pay him more. But Marvin Mims, 12.4 fantasy points per game on average through 4 weeks, and he gets 15 snaps per game. Is something not clicking with the Denver Broncos coaching staff? Are you going to play him, or is he just a gadget guy? Because if he's a gadget guy, then he shouldn't be on our team. But if he's 15 snaps per game at 12 points, only 4,000 DraftKings dollars, and he leads the Broncos in receiving yards against the Jets, he's on our team. Wide receiver 3, Marvin Mims. Thank you for attending today's broadcast. Travis Kelce, or should I say Taylor Swift, mans. That was the cringiest thing I've ever done on this channel in like 2 years. But yeah, Taylor Swift, welcome to Minnesota, baby. I heard you're going to be there. Travis Kelce, he's kind of ate since you've been in attendance, but the Vikings defense and their offensive, pattern here, it's a little different, right? The Vikings offense can put up points very, very fast on you. So can the Chiefs. Both defenses aren't, super sound. The Vikings are kind of finding their mojo, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Chiefs. How are they not going to be able to stop the Chiefs? Because Travis Kelce is going to catch the ball in the end zone, maybe once or twice. So Pacheco and Kelce get 2 touchdowns each, 28 points, a couple more in there, yada, yada, yada. Nonetheless, Kelce catches the rock, kisses, points to Taylor. But the Vikings are still going to win. Sorry, Chiefs fans. But yeah, Travis Kelce's going to put up at least 2 touchdowns, probably like 8 catches, for like 199 yards, some normal stat for Travis Kelce. 7,600 DraftKings dollars. I know it's expensive. We had to fit him in there, though. These Chiefs put up points like none other. So does TJ Hawkinson. Unfortunately, we could not fit Justin Jefferson into the lineup this week. $9,400 DraftKings. You are stealing from people putting him at that much. You should put him a little lower. I know he's great, but that's almost $10,000 for one player, and you have to fill 8 slots. That is baloney, DraftKings. Please fix that. But TJ Hawkinson is in our lineup. 14.1 fantasy points per game for TJ Hawkinson. 6,500 DraftKings dollars in the flex spot. The Vikings are going to have to match the Chiefs somehow. And like I said, I know we can't fit Justin Jefferson in there. TJ Hawkinson, on the other hand, is not a bad trade-off for Justin Jefferson. I expect TJ Hawkinson to have 25 points this game. Whether that's 3 touchdowns, whether that's no touchdowns and 160 yards, I think he's going to put up 25. I really do. Against the Chiefs? Come on now. Finally, the last pick of the night, the defense. What did I say a couple weeks ago? If I didn't get it through your head the first time, I hopefully get it through your head this time. The Giants suck until proven otherwise. We're taking the Giants, whoever the Giants play, we're taking their defense every week. Miami Dolphins. Please put up a 40 bomb against them. Like, just derail the franchise. It's sad. Like, after watching that Seahawks game 2 nights ago, I was distraught. I was actually upset that the Giants didn't throw the mercy rule flag and just give up, because it was really bad. The Dolphins defense, 4.3 fantasy points per game, not great, but like I said, they're going up against the Giants, who suck until proven otherwise. That's today's video, guys. If you want to look at the lineup, we'll drop it in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. I won't be at the Taylor Swift game. I won't be at the Kansas City, Minnesota game this Sunday. I wish I was going to be there because I know Taylor's going to be in the building. The Twins just won a wild card series. The city's on fire right now. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in each week. Mod Life here, out. Catch you guys in the next video.